she fine? Girl, we don't know. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Girl, this ain't no Real House. What's going on, y'all? Welcome. I'm about to get into the spirit. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another King of Reads video. Girl, and I tell y'all, living a long week, girl. I feel like I just got through recording for y'all the other day, but we are back to talk about all the things that have been going on, girl. I know some of y'all like, girl, is she gone? We don't know. That to talk about the state of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Eva is no longer there. They let sis go. I knew that was coming. Did I talk about that? I think I talked about that. I kind of figured Eva was going though. I didn't see her. I didn't see Eva. But girl, now it talks about NeNe and her contract, and there might be some other folks that's going according to the T's. But we got that and some other things to cover, honey. Let's go ahead and get into this mental check-in. So I'm gonna be honest, my mental is she's somewhere, girl. One of my close friends who I hung out with a couple of times during the pandemic, he thinks he has COVID-19. He has the symptoms. He does not have he does not taste his food, and he's nervous right now. And I'm not as nervous. My nerves are still on 10 from going to get my blood drawn the other day at the VA hospital. Y'all know I got to figure out what's going on with my blood. Is my medicine working and all that when it comes to my HIV. So that happened. I appreciate it. For the folks who follow me on Twitter, the King of Reads. For the folks who were reaching out to make sure I was okay, because it's been 2 years since I had the accident with my eyebrow. You know, my eye, almost losing my eye. From having my blood drawn. So, girl, got that going on, and then to find out that my friend has been sick for the last couple of days, and my friend, I just saw them this past weekend. So I am not sure if I've been around somebody who is who has COVID, but he had taken the test, and he'll probably find out tomorrow. If he tests positive, I'm going to go into a 14-day quarantine, and I'm gonna also go ahead and get tested. As soon as I find out that if he tested or not, I'm already not interested in going anywhere right now, but if he tests positive, I'm definitely going to a quarantine, and I'm gonna go get tested very, very soon. I've been trying to stay safe. It's very hard. I haven't been to the grocery store. I haven't been in some stores in a minute, so it's just a lot going on. It's just a lot, so that's where my mind is at right now, girl. So, whew, y'all be keeping some really good energy for me. I just wanted to get that out there because it's been a lot going on. And there's all this stuff going on in Atlanta with Blue Lives Matter and the Atlanta PD walking out of their jobs and Blue Flu. Atlanta is just a complete mess right now, and I need to get a chance to edit this in the middle episode. It's just a lot. So that's what we got going on. That's all I got. It's a lot, girl. But with all that being said, I'm gonna say I'm moderate. Like, girl, situation is moderate right now. But I appreciate you all keeping positive energy and sending my way. I just want to be honest with you all, because that's all I believe in. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the tea for today. So let's go ahead and talk about NeNe Leakes, girl. NeNe Leakes, girl, a story was dropped by Love B. Scott, and it said that NeNe Leakes was fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now that's what the headline said, but if you read the article, B. Scott, they wrote and said that for now, that her contract has not been done yet. She doesn't have a contract. Everybody else got their contracts. Porsha posted on Instagram story that she received her letter. We found out that Eva is no longer part of the show, but we know that, according to B. Scott, that NeNe hasn't received it. We know that NeNe responded to all of this and said that she is still negotiating with NBC Universal, so she ain't been fired. Like, she ain't going nowhere, and if she does, she will definitely let us know. A lot of thoughts on that. We're gonna spend some time on it because I want to talk about the other folks that I think are probably ain't gonna be on here too. Now, this might be PR. Like, she got her PR manager out here, you know, statements. Bravo responded and said that it's not true, but she doesn't have a contract. So what does that mean? NeNe doesn't have a contract. The last time we heard that NeNe didn't have a contract, she was out of several episodes. So what are they coming in agreement on? What is it? What are they going to be working on? Is NeNe trying to get more money? Or are they trying to take away more money? Or what is it trying to do? Like, why can't they come to an agreement? Everybody else. And considering how NeNe has been dwindling and the stuff that's going on with Andy Cohen and all that, it's not hard to believe that she probably in a fight for her life to be on the show. Now get this, NeNe was the same one that was recent, like a couple of months ago, saying that she wasn't sure she was gonna come back. Now she fighting with the contract trying to come back. What is it? NeNe Leakes knows that she needs this show to make money. She knows she ain't got no other income coming in that's going to be able to substantiate all the stuff that she got going on. She needs Real Housewives of Atlanta. She needs that check. Okay, that's why she's there fighting for her life to make sure she stays on it. NeNe Leakes talking about some she got to think about it or da-da-da. Girl, you need this check. And what this has done is, it has shown us that NeNe does need the check. Because now she's saying she's still negotiating all of this and that, which tells me that you want to be on the show. And it kind of like you showed your cards, you can no longer say, well, I'll walk, because I don't think they're going to believe it. And this opens up the door for Bravo and NBC Universal to look at all the conversation and how people feel about NeNe not returning. It's a lot of folks who said, girl, we good. A lot of people were saying, girl, I'm good on NeNe not returning. And you best believe the folks are looking at that. You best believe they're paying attention to it. The only people that have been saying they want NeNe to stay on are ones who are following NeNe and fans of NeNe. But we know, looking at the material, that when NeNe came on these episodes, she didn't give us a bump. She didn't give us a bump in ratings. Like, they didn't experience a huge difference in ratings from her being on or off. So can we spare some change with getting rid of her? Absolutely. I think we can do perfectly fine without NeNe Leakes. I like her, but I'm tired. I love NeNe Leakes. I think she's funny when she wants to be. She's good. But after they mess with their reunion, I'm good on not having her. Like, she's walking out. It's boring. It's like, I'm going to be honest. Like, you saying that Eva's boring. NeNe, you can't even stay in the spot and give us entertainment. Like, you leaving the reunion. Part 3 of the reunion was boring as hell. I would love for NeNe to be there and to be held accountable. NeNe, I don't feel like waiting and hearing you say other dumb shit, like you comparing, you being gamed up on like George Floyd was. Like, I am not interested in her getting on here talking about some, oh, well, you know, I'm just not. I'm good without NeNe being on here. I think a lot of folks are good with NeNe just being gone. Let's move on. We need some fresh blood. Now, girl, there's a rumor for now that Kenya Moore might not be returning or whatever, because I don't know if this is true or not. They might be negotiating, but they said that Kenya Moore took out the Real Housewives of Atlanta hashtag or whatever off her bio. That tells us that sometimes if they do that, they ain't coming back. I think she did that when she didn't come back the next season. When she didn't, I think that's what happened. I'm okay with Kenya not returning. I'm okay with Kenya not. I'm like, girl, we can get some more folks. We can get some more people. Like, I know for a fact that Porsha is coming back. I know Candy is coming back. We don't know about Cynthia. Cynthia probably gonna be downgraded to friend of the show. It's like, girl, this is, now I'll be honest, Porsha has the best storyline right now. And I don't think that is because Porsha wants to. I think Porsha just has the best storyline. She's been very, very active and very vocal on the protests and everything that's been going on with George Floyd and everything else in Atlanta. She's been out protesting. She's been doing the work. So Porsha has, as much as we were laughing about her, the Underground Railroad, sis is out here doing the work. She's doing more than other housewives, so I'm interested in seeing this. But I know it's probably not recorded, but I know she's going to talk about it. The next seasons of these shows are going to be interesting because they are going to try to be political as much as possible, because all this stuff is happening in real time, like we're experiencing it. So there's no way for them to try to be having these parties and this unnecessary drama when you got all this stuff going on. It's going to be very hard because we're all talking about it. And for you to ignore it, pretend like it didn't happen, like, it's going to be very hard. So I think that Porsha is a win. I think she's definitely a win for the next season. I'm wondering what Candy gonna offer to, but girl, I'm good with NeNe not returning. NeNe can just, she can go. She can go, child, she can go. But moving on, what else can go is these companies. These companies such as your Uncle Ben's Rice, Aunt Jemima, or Jemima, whatever they want to call her, because I got a box of the pancake mix in here, child, but this is probably gonna be the last pancake mix I use, but it is good. But it ain't good enough for me to be out here. Like, I've been known that, I've been known, like, I've been known it. I'm gonna be honest. These companies been knowing what they doing by putting a black person on this box and all that other stuff. First of all, I'm not interested in these half-ass, whatever you're trying to give us. Oh, we're gonna take the person. Are y'all gonna give the money to the family who y'all got their image from? Are y'all, like, y'all have built, y'all over the last 100 and something years, y'all been making bukus of money from that black woman's image. And it's no different than Popeyes and the other businesses that cater to black folks and make money off black folks and use black folks as the face, but they're not in the company. Same thing with, like, Harris came out and said, girl, we're gonna throw some corn out to Black Lives Matter. And there's a whole conversation about where's all this money going with Black Lives Matter? Like, we give money to these organizations, what are they gonna be doing other than giving us a hashtag to use? So that's the conversation. Maybe we'll talk about that in the middle, because girl, it's a lot. So this half-ass stuff that they're giving Uncle Ben's Rice, y'all been knowing what y'all doing. We're gonna be doing it like Popeyes got this Louisiana fan. It's the same stuff. That stuff is still here. Get black folks in front of it. It's a white-owned company. Like, it's the same thing with Ciroc. It's like all of it has just changed. We put a black person in front of it, but it's owned by a white company. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. And these companies, they just gonna change it up and clean it up and just act like ain't nothing happened. It's just all these companies, even universities getting called out, like Gator, who is the folks, Florida State or whatever. Who is the people in Florida with the Gator bass song? Girl, I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know about that. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that white people here. It don't surprise me. But girl, what other pancake mixes do y'all recommend? Because I won't be using Aunt Jemima no more, because that is a mess. I don't know why I've been using, but it was good. And it's hard to find some good, I have to get Miss Crusoe, whatever, across the cellar or whatever the hell. That's some Russian pancake mix. And for the folks who tell you can make pancake mix, I'm not gonna be buying no flour. I don't even have time to be cooking like that, girl, so I won't be doing it. But it is what it is. But in good news, let's talk about the co-founder of Netflix and his wife donating $120 million to some HBCUs. Now, all the things I've talked about today, you can find them on kingareach.com. So Netflix CEO Reed Hastings, along with his wife Patty Quillen, are donating $120 million in total to Morehouse College, Spelman, and the United Negro College Fund. Yes! Come on, Tom Joyner will be so proud. This is a beautiful thing. I love that. I love that we are investing into these institutions that educating black folks. And the only thing I have to say, and the only thing that I do agree with, is that Morehouse, Spelman, and Howard are not the only black institutions, the HBCUs, that need funding. You have a lot of other HBCUs that need some coin too, because they are struggling to keep up. Like, they are struggling to stay afloat. And every year around this time, Morehouse and Spelman and Howard be the number ones that always receive all this money. But you got Bethune in Florida. You got another college, I think it's in New York, I can't think. Like, these colleges, these HBCUs need funding too. But this is a good thing. I'm really curious to see where this $120 million, how does it work? Because folks will say they donate $120 million, but how do they get them $120 million? Do they have to meet a certain requirement? Like, will they get it? Like, what are the loopholes they got to jump through to get it? And that's the stuff I be focused on, because it'll turn it from $120 million to just $20 million. But I ain't got no $120 million get no HBCU. But I mean, I ain't gonna be thanking no white man for giving no money to no HBCU. Y'all need to. Y'all just stole the money from us anyway. So you won't get no claps from me. I'm just saying that for my black folks that's paying attention. Hopefully the black folks can use this, get educated, get informed, and help our folks. Okay? So I want to talk about Vanessa Bryant real quick. Vanessa Bryant recently came out, and there was an article talking about her blocking fan pages on Instagram. And I'm 100% standing behind her with that. She said she had to block some Instagram pages that were, kept posting images of her daughter, her husband and stuff, and she just said it became a lot. So she didn't mean no harm, but she got to protect herself, 100%. And it made me think about, are the fan pages and stuff like that, are they helping the person, are they for the person, or are they for visibility? Because if it's hurting the person that has experienced the stuff, why are we still posting it? Why are we still running it? Like, are we doing it for visibility to make the fans feel okay? Like, I guess that's what you experience when you share a loved one with the world. And I'm just glad that she's protecting herself. I'm glad she came out and said this is what she got to do to protect herself. There's no harm, but it's just like, I can't be seeing that. And it made me think about if I was to go through something like that. If my mother was to pass before me, I'm not gonna be good for a minute. It's gonna take some work. But it's going to take some work for me to get back to where I need to be. And I probably won't ever be the same. But or even my father and Father's Day is coming up Sunday. But yeah, it makes me think about when people do stuff like that, are they doing it because they care, or are they doing it for visibility? And I'm not necessarily saying they're wrong, but it's like you have to be aware of that. Like, girl, you tagging them over and over again can cause some issues. Don't nobody want to see that all the time. Like, they just don't. So I appreciate her being honest in this moment and just saying, girl, this is how I feel, and this is how it makes me feel, and this is how I'm protecting myself. I think that was really courageous of her to come out and say that. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Another thing I want to talk about Deyjah. Apparently Deyjah, I don't watch the show. What's the show they got? Family Hustle or whatever, Family Hustle and Friends, whatever they got this week. So apparently T.I.'s daughter, Deyjah Harris, she was sitting down with some friends of the family, and they started to discuss, what happened with the whole Hyman gate. And you can tell that sis was hurt. You can tell that sis was hurt. You can tell that stuff hurt her. She said that her father and their relationship it's not the same, and she just wants to make sure that she's a better parent. And you can tell that bothered her. You can just literally listen to her voice, the way she's trying, because you can tell that she knew this conversation was coming, but she still couldn't even hold it in. And T.I. is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Like, I don't even want to see him at nobody's funeral. I don't want to see him walk around. I don't want to see him at any more Atlanta press conferences. I just want him to just go the hell away. I don't, and I hope, he was at YouTube Black last year. I hope his ass do not come back. Like, leave. But I'm not surprised, because T.I. is a misogynist. The way he even talks to his wife, Tiny, lets me know everything. So I'm not surprised that he treats his daughter like that. And pay attention. You cannot have no kids with folks like that. You cannot. They're gonna treat your daughters just like that. And it's disgusting. And I think people believe, he can't do no daughter like that. You can't hurt. Yes, you can. My mother hurt me when she was not accepting of me being queer. That hurt me. Parents can hurt their kids. I think it's different when mothers always and fathers always love their kids. Love defined by who? Sometimes y'all define love by providing housing, food, and clothing. Bitch, I ain't asked to be here. You should be doing that to begin with. You should be protecting your child. You should be doing all that. I'm not going to be interested in giving you applause for doing what you're supposed to do with your child. That's what you're supposed to. So who gets to define what love is? Because I don't define it based off of, you providing me these things. I understand the sacrifices. Now that is something I can agree with. The sacrifices that a lot of black parents go through to protect their children. Think about things like that when you're being selfish in that moment. My mother was being very selfish and not accepting me being gay, being queer. That was her being selfish because she wanted me to be something that I wasn't. And that was not love. That was her being selfish. And T.I., that's not love. For him to get and talk about his child's hymen like that, that is not love. That is disrespect and disgusting. So I hate that for her. I hope that she's getting the counseling and therapy that she needs for that. And I hope that T.I. don't try to, you know, jump in and say, I'll figure it, because it's a little too late. It's a little too late. It's a little too late. So I hope she can grow through that and go through that. But that's just, girl, it's a mess. Another thing that's a mess, let's move on and talk about it. Marques Houston. Girl, I did not want to believe this story, but baby, it is a mess. And after I get to talk about this, I'm going to wash my hands with this aloe vera soap and move on down the road. Marques Houston is married to a 19-year-old. And I don't know how to feel about it. And, oh, girl, what is this, honey? He has married this girl, and the story is just, it's a lot. Let me just, yeah. So he is married to this 19-year-old named Miya. Maya Juanita Pickney. Whoo! Now, Marques Houston is 38. She is 19. Now, there was a rumor that Marques Houston knew her prior, was, you know, dating her allegedly when she was younger, like she was 17, like he knew her or whatever. I don't know. Now, he posted this on Instagram, said, me and my favorite girl, my forever loved and my best friend. Ugh. Now, Pickney is also close with former manager of B2K, Chris Stokes. She referred to him as her dad, which is quite weird. She considers Houston's peer a father figure, especially when you take in his sexual abuse allegation. Now, this is on kingareese.com, written by my girl, Miss Kayla. Now let me read some more. The plot thing is when Twitter found out that Pickney has allegedly been missing since 2016 when she was 15 years old. Girl, when I tell you, when you go down the rabbit hole, it's even more drama and stuff. With rumors running rampant about the disapproval of their relationship, Houston gets the naked truth and addresses the allegations on Instagram. With all that's going on in the world, my love life shouldn't be a topic, but since it is, let me just give y'all the facts so y'all don't have to allegedly believe or create rumors. After reading the blog that was published about my fiance and I felt with this situation I need to speak because this is not music or television. This is my family, my future wife, and my life. I met Miya in 2018 through a mutual friend. Never before then did I even know she existed. The fact that she was listed on one of our films was a misprint or someone being messy. Anyone can post on IMDb, and there's no way someone that young could even work on a film in that position of art director because that position requires years of experience. Miya is like a daughter to Chris Stokes because we are all like family. Girl, no ma'am. I'm not even reading no more of this horse shit. Like, no ma'am. Move all that along. Since you are 38 years old, this girl is 19. Nah. Nigga, you almost 40 years old. And dating somebody who can't even, marrying somebody who can't even go buy a margarita. Black man, what's going on? Do we need to talk? I thought we talked during the Jermaine Cole stuff, but seems like we might need to have another conversation because this is some sick, twisted shit. This ain't making no sense to me. Now, Miya is grown in the eyes of the law, and I don't necessarily, you know, want to say that she can't do whatever, but we have to be very mindful of predatory stuff like this when men are this old dating someone this young. Considering Marques Houston has grown up in the public eye, like it's just, the dynamics, the power dynamics look very odd. They look very odd. And there's no way you can clean it up to me. There's just no way. A 19-year-old being married to a 30-year-old man, it's just, no ma'am. No ma'am, absolutely not. Girl, it's just, and considering all the stuff that has been said by Raz B, it just looks very messy. But you know, girl, Jehovah helped him or whoever, girl, that is mess. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable. But girl, y'all let me know. I'm really disgusted right now. I have nothing else to say. But girl, we have covered a lot in this Kingeries video, honey. She's about 24 minutes long. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Okay, yay, girl, I love y'all so much. I love that everybody's supporting Kingeries.com. Make sure you are, girl. We are ramping things up at Kingeries.com. Make sure you're checking in each and every day, girl. Shout out to my girl Kayla for writing, and everybody else, and also my girl Taylor, who's been writing. I'm trying to invest more into the site. Girl, there was a lot going on, and I ain't had the coin to keep her up to date and keep them articles flowing. But now that things are doing good over here, I want to invest and have folks, you know, on the site supporting it and doing what y'all need to do to get this information. Because this is probably one of the few black-owned blogs, so make sure you check it out. And girl, we can click through without too many ads like harassing us. But until next time, I love y'all so much. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Be safe, and until next time, I'll talk to you later on tonight. Bye.
Don't touch him.
I have to help him. Give me something to get him out
Get a
with.
board. Yeah, put the chair.